What is up, F and True followers and the members of the YWC? JC Styles here with the F and brand of wrestling and entertainment here on YouTube.com. And welcome to the Friday Night Smackdown review for February 17, 2012. Smackdown just went off the air, and I'm here with the review. So we start off the show, we see Randy Orton sitting in Teddy Long's office and just being silent like he always is. We overhear Teddy talk about how he can't let Randy Orton compete tonight, how Randy Orton has a concussion and that it's out of his hands. And he says that he is trying to look out, him and the WWE are trying to look out for his personal health and well-being and not allowing him to compete tonight or compete at the Elimination Chamber on Sunday. Now, concussions are very big in the sports entertainment field. I mean, concussions can come from anywhere. A bad hit, a bad drop on the head. It could be anything. And there has been a lot of ongoing issues with concussed wrestlers in the business today. A lot of issues resolving around the incident that happened with the Chris Benoit tragedy that happened several years ago. Not going to go into that, but when someone has and deals with multiple concussions, it takes a toll on the brain and affects the brain. So that is another reason why WWE and Teddy Long is not allowing Randy Orton to compete. Then the very first match of the night, we see the Big Show and the Great Khali team up to take on Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett. We see the closing moments of this match. We see Big Show choke slam Wade Barrett for the win. Post-match, we see Great Khali try to congratulate Big Show and celebrate with him, and Big Show hits the WMD. Then we come back from a commercial break and we see Teddy Long in the back on the phone, and in comes walking Mark Henry. Mark Henry saying, "Hey, do the right thing. I'm here to fix your little dilemma, your little problem that you have." And he says, "Put me in Randy's spot. Do the right thing." Then we see Big Show basically come in, and Big Show is, aggravated because he wants Daniel Bryan. And he goes, "I just did you a favor, now do me a favor and give me Daniel Bryan." And then Mark Henry gets in Big Show's face and says, "Hey, look, don't you, do that. Take your heavy breathing and drooling out somewhere else." And Big Show just hit another WMD on Mark Henry, big Mark Henry. And we see him go on a rampage of just destroying Teddy Long's office because he won't give him Daniel Bryan. Then we come back and we see Teddy Long wanting to have security remove Big Show, and the security guards were like, "We don't want to go nowhere near that giant." So they call for backup. But later on in the night, we hear that Big Show just leaves the arena willingly on his own. We see Ted DiBiase versus Unico. We see Unico pick up the win when we see outside interference on Camacho. We also see the WWE Tag Team Champions, Epico and Primo, in a fantastic tag team match against the Usos. Now, the Usos have been getting a lot of TV time as of late. Their entrance is phenomenal. I like that. They're doing very good things with the Usos, but here's the thing. Can we see the Usos as tag team champions in the near future? I hope so, because I like to believe still in that same old saying that they used to say for years, anything can happen in the WWE. We see Epico and Primo pick up the win in a very strong match. We see the Usos come so close, but yet cannot finish the job. Then we see Daniel Bryan come walking out and basically talks about what he's going to do, what he did on Raw, and what he's going to do at the Elimination Chamber. He boasts, he basically boasts and, says, "I took out Randy Orton. I also took out the Big Show." And he was basically talking big game because Big Show was not in the arena. Then we see him demand the referee come in the ring and award the match he was supposed to have with Randy Orton to Daniel Bryan. We see Teddy Long come out and says that there's another wrestler that has jumped at the opportunity to fill in for Randy Orton tonight in his match, and out comes Sheamus. We see Daniel Bryan and Sheamus do a very good match, very strong match, but we see Daniel Bryan slap Sheamus right in the face and then spit in Sheamus's face. This infueled the Great White, and we see him toss the referee out of the way, which caused him to get disqualified and Daniel Bryan to pick up the win. And then we see a backstage segment where we see David Otunga and Cody Rhodes and Wade Barrett, and we see them talking about what we finally find out that there's going to be a battle royal for Randy Orton's spot. Then we see Jinder Mahal pick up the win over Ezekiel Jackson via submission with the camel clutch. We see Tamina and Alicia Fox pick up the win over Beth Phoenix and Natalya by pinfall when Tamina hits the Superfly Splash. Post-match, we see Beth try to bum rush Tamina, winds up getting a stepping side kick to the chin, kind of like a Last Call or Sweet Chin Music. We see her climb the top rope after hitting the kick. We see Tamina try to go for the splash, but Beth Phoenix rolls out of the ring, grabs the title, cowers down by the ring bell, and says, "You will never get this championship." Then we see the Battle Royal for the spot, Randy Orton's spot in the Elimination Chamber. And it's funny to say we replace a Viper with a Cobra. That is right. The Cobra, Santino Marella, has taken Randy Orton's spot, is filling in for Randy Orton. Now, at this point, there was not one person in their seat at the end of this match. I mean, the minute Otunga went over the rope, everyone was like, "Oh, no. Santino's going to wind up losing." But then Otunga's foot comes unloose, and Otunga spills to the outside, which Santino picks up. And everyone in the front row was celebrating with Santino doing his, the trumpet thing that he does. And it's funny because, anything can happen in the WWE, like they've said for so many years. And it'd be very interesting to see Santino pick up the win. I mean, if they decide to give him a big push to a main event, that would be great. I would definitely like to see Santino in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. Only time will tell. Can't wait to see this Sunday. Guys, me and Brian did our Elimination Chamber predictions, so please check those out. Thanks for tuning in. And for F and True Wrestling, I'm JC Styles. Have a good weekend, everybody.